Forests were not nature to ancient humans. They were something else entirely, something alive in a way that didn't feel natural, something watching. And for most of human history, stepping into a forest wasn't just a walk into trees. It was a step out of safety, into uncertainty, into the unknown. Because before cities, before maps, before artificial light, the forest was the edge of the world. You wake up before sunrise. The village is quiet, but not peaceful. It is tense in the way humans feel when they know danger exists, even if they can't see it yet. Outside the settlement, the trees begin. And once you cross that line, everything changes. Light behaves differently here. Sound disappears too quickly. And every direction looks the same. To modern humans, a forest is scenery. To ancient humans, it was a maze with no guarantee of return. And worse, it was not empty. Ancient people believed forests were inhabited, not just by animals, but by things that did not belong to the human world. Because early human brains are built to do something very specific: detect patterns and assign intent. A rustle in the bushes is not wind, it is something moving, something deciding, something possibly watching you back. This is not superstition in the modern sense. It is survival logic. If you assume the rustle is nothing, you might die. If you assume it is something, you might live. So ancient minds leaned heavily toward danger. Over time, that survival bias turned forests into psychological landscapes filled with unseen presences. Different cultures gave those presences different names. In some places, forests were home to spirits of the dead. In others, they were inhabited by trickster beings that mimicked human voices. Some believed forests could confuse your sense of direction on purpose, not because you were lost, but because something wanted you lost. And there is a reason this belief felt so real. Forests are naturally disorienting. Without modern tools, it is easy to lose direction within minutes. Paths disappear quickly. Familiar landmarks change with distance. Even your sense of time becomes unreliable under dense canopy light. Now, combine that with fear, fatigue, hunger, and silence. Your brain starts filling gaps, and what it creates is rarely neutral. It becomes meaningful, intentional, alive. Ancient humans did not separate psychology from reality the way modern people do. If you felt watched, that feeling was treated as information, not imagination. And forests amplified that feeling more than any other environment. Because humans are not built for dense, enclosed wilderness. We evolved in open landscapes where threats are visible. Forests hide threats until the last moment. And that creates a constant low-level tension, a biological unease. So it is not surprising that forests became the center of myths. In European traditions, forests were often described as places where travelers vanished without explanation. In parts of Asia, deep woods were associated with spirits that could imitate loved ones to lure people deeper inside. In many indigenous stories across the world, forests are not evil, but they are intelligent in a way humans must respect. They are places that respond to behavior, rewarding or punishing those who enter with the wrong mindset. And beneath all these stories is a shared human experience, not of monsters, but of uncertainty. Because before technology, humans had very limited control over the environment. A forest represented that lack of control in its purest form. You could not farm it easily. You could not see through it. You could not predict what was inside it. So the human mind did what it always does. It built meaning around it. And that meaning often took the shape of beings, voices, eyes in the dark, and something waiting just beyond the next tree. But the most interesting part is not what ancient humans believed. It is why they believed it, so consistently, across cultures that never met each other. Because modern neuroscience suggests something simple. The human brain does not like uncertainty. And forests are uncertainty made physical. So when ancient humans said something was in the woods, they were not just describing the forest. They were describing what it felt like to be inside a place where human control ended and nature began.